Hi guys, time for another segment of December Fun. So today we're going to paint on a little wooden palette that I picked up at, let me get all my stencils back off of here, that I picked up at the Dollar Tree. And you could paint it or stain it. I kind of like just this natural look, so I'm just going to leave it that way. And since an artist I am not, I've got some stencils that I'm going to use to paint on here. And I'm just doing, this one today is just a Merry Christmas, Happy New Year. And then I've got some magnets, so I'm going to put a magnet on the back, and so I could just pop it onto my refrigerator. So not going to use a whole lot of colors. I'm going to stay traditional, thinking Merry Christmas, and use green and red. I've been playing around with it a little bit, so my brush is a little wet. So I've just got some acrylic paints, and I've got a little paint tray. Not necessary. You could just put a little dab of paint out on a paper plate or whatever that you have. So we're gonna try this Merry Christmas in red, or the Merry part in red. So I'm just painting over the stencil. And you don't want to get, you want to cover, but you don't want to get a lot of extra paint because it makes your letters come out not clear. So I've done the Merry, and I've lifted that off. I'm gonna go ahead, I've got the stencils laying here to do a couple of trees, one on each side, so I'm gonna do that, and then I'll hold it up and show you how it's looking. You could tape your stencils down, and then they would stay really well. I've just been holding mine. And I took, my stencil sheets are this size. And then I have just cut out the things that I wanted so that I could do more than one at a time, because otherwise I would have needed to have done like Merry and then let it dry to go on, and so this way I can just keep going with it. So the drawback to cutting them out and having the small pieces is they're harder to get a hold of to lift up. So here's what we got so far. We got Merry and we've got Christmas trees. So next I'm gonna use my stencil that says Christmas, and I'm gonna do it in green. And you know, you can look around and find some stencils and for all, you know, that have all kinds of pictures and all kinds of words, and you can get the stencils, it's just the alphabet. To use those, you just have to be real careful that you are getting your letters nice and even, because you're not going to be able to do them all, like cut them out and have individual letters. So you're going to have to work on having them lined up. Whoops, paintbrush went rolling. Okay. see if I can get a hold of this and get it up. Oh, I missed that C up just a little bit, but let's see if we can't just... Okay, so I got a little too much paint on there. You can still read it and see what it says, but I should have been a little lighter with it. It makes it awfully heavy. Okay, so we've got Merry Christmas, and now I've got Happy New Year. So I'm gonna do I'm going to do the Happy New Year in red. I'll try to use a little less paint this time. Make sure I'm getting it all covered. I want you to be able to see the letters and where you can tell what the word is. Okay. And there's a little scroll work on each side. So I'm going to use green to do that. Try not to paint my fingers too much. Okay. Okay, so here's the Happy New Year. Not too bad. The year, that Y's got a little too much paint, and the H maybe, but not a bad looking little design. So now we're going to get the 2020 on here, and so I'll do it in green. And I've got some holly leaves. Okay. Right, so there we go. Not fantastic, but a little practice. I've not used stencils. Today's my first day to try my hand at stencils, so not too bad for that. And like I said, then we'll, once it dries, I'll just put a couple of magnets on the back of here, and then I can stick it right to my fridge or wherever that I want it. Actually, I guess I could probably, I'm careful, go ahead and put my magnets on, because they just stick right on. So I've got my magnets on, and I've got my little sign done. So just a hand on of making a little magnet for a little Christmas cheer using some stencils. So be on the lookout. there'll be more December fun coming your way. Bye, guys.